You're listening to Charting the Future, a podcast for independent pediatricians by PCC. For more information about our software and services, please visit www.pcc.com or visit us on social media.
All right, so you ready?
You go for it.
So here I am at the Florida chapter meeting. I counted yesterday, and I think this is my 11th or 12th. I say I counted yesterday. I don't remember the number. This is my 12th year, but I did miss 1 year in the middle.
You did, yeah.
I did miss 1 year. So this is my 12th year.
11th, there's been
11th
12.
year, 12 years. Over the last 12 years,
11.
I've been here 11 years. I've presented here at the Florida chapter meeting, which is seriously one of the events I look forward to the most. I like it for many reasons, not the least of which other chapters are going to get mad, but this is the friendliest chapter.
We are indeed the friendliest chapter.
And I am with the person responsible for having me here most of the time, or all the time really. That's Alicia Adams. You're technically the executive director, right, of the Florida chapter. In fact,
executive, not technical.
And we've been friends. We should have celebrated our 10-year anniversary.
We should have celebrated our 10-year anniversary.
But we've been friends all this time,
12 years.
She's been very gracious to have me come back and speak, which means I get to meet very interesting people at this chapter because Florida is not like the rest of the country.
No.
Way ahead on some things.
And way back on others.
So as we fired up our podcast, I said, I want to talk to Alicia. So Alicia.
I'm an easy target based on the timing of the start of your podcast.
Yes, it was perfect. So Alicia, tell us, in addition to just being executive director, what do you do, and who do you do it for?
It's an awkward way to phrase that question, Chip, but short.
Classic for me,
Now that's that your listeners will
on brand.
learn that is in that. So yes, full-time day job, executive director for the Florida chapter, American Academy of Pediatrics. Full-time plus, we'll say, because it's not your traditional full-time. Outside of that, my husband and I have a podcast that we're kicking off, Marrying Your Passions, and that's been an interesting addition to the schedule. We have a new puppy, so that's been keeping us busy too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's here. You will get to meet her today.
I saw her yesterday.
I know
but
you should have said hello.
Yep.
But you can. Nathan's going to bring her by. The event manager wants to see her, so
perfect.
You'll get to see her today. And then any chance I get, I'm either traveling or scuba diving.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Excellent. Healthy. I don't know what's the word I want. Healthy activities, healthy hobbies.
You can say that.
Yeah. So
paying to breathe air.
Oh, and is that like an expression people use?
To scuba dive, you literally pay for a tank of air.
All right, I got it. Okay.
Learn new things.
I never heard that expression before, but it's good. The in your job this year or last couple of years, it's been crazy.
A little extra.
Yeah, a little extra. What are you seeing in your job this year that you haven't seen before?
Well, none of it's stuff we haven't seen before. Mm-hmm. It's just a different variety.
Here in Florida, I think you guys are more attuned to this kind of government behavior than anyone else.
We're used to it.
Right.
We're more used to it than others. So nothing truly surprises us anymore.
Right.
Medicaid, obviously, coming back full circle.
It's a fight you guys have been fighting for 15 years?
20. Yeah, because the lawsuit was over a decade. And now we've been 8 years since the settlement. So, 20 years of fighting that. So that continues.
Yep.
And of course, we now have we have the continuing fight related to immunizations.
Yes.
With the added bonus the past couple of years of having a Surgeon General who does not believe.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yes. Makes it as an added bonus. We're like when you're in Mario and you get that bonus level.
Yep.
We're at the bonus level in Mario right now. So, immunizations, vaccines are big. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, legislation passed last year related to ECGs for student athletes in Florida that will be implemented for the 6/27 school year.
Mhm.
So all first-time student athletes will need to receive ECGs as part of their pre-participation physical. And the legislature was gracious enough to have that passed this year in 2025. Governor was gracious enough to sign that bill and give us a good 8 months to prep all of the pediatricians how to do this, educate all of the families on it coming, and also find a way to advocate for payment for the pediatricians,
Oh, it's
for
an
the
unfunded mandate.
cardiologists.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
there was
shocker.
no funding attached. So we're the graciousness of the state to give us 8 months to implement everything and also find funding to purchase machines. But there will be today an announcement during the awards at the end of today's sessions related to donation that will help pediatricians in Florida
Oh, so
implement
we're gonna
this.
keep that a secret for right
We're
now.
going to keep that a secret for right now.
Yeah. By the time this ever gets released, it will be well
It will no
understood.
longer be a secret.
Right. So
But if you
maybe
had been here, you would already know.
right. Okay. Yeah. At some point, we're probably going to have to leverage a lot of the Florida pediatricians to deal with what's happening nationally. You guys are already,
We've already done it.
yeah, you already understand how to have these fights. There's so many places like where I am in Vermont, we don't fight, with our own legislature the same
Yeah.
way you do. I mean, we still have Medicaid funding questions and
Well,
stuff, but
yes.
but there
Well,
isn't a
everyone.
debate about vaccines. We don't have
You're not debating the science
right.
of
No, no,
vaccines or whether pediatricians should be the ones making decisions about
right.
child health care or if they're the ones who have the expertise
Right. And
about
even
child
in,
health
in,
care.
in Vermont is actually a very I think this might be true. It's certain. I'm going to have to fact check myself on
You should
on the
fact check
podcast,
yourself. Well, I don't
but
know. It might not be that kind of
Vermont has the least restrictive concealed gun laws and purchasing laws. We have a very
Good.
strong gun culture in Vermont, but
Yes.
there's absolutely no. I've not seen any pushback to the Bright Futures gun question like you had here in Florida.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Well, y'all like your guns, but you want to be safe with them.
yes, that's so far. All right. So this year in Florida, what is keeping you up at night?
Oh, at the moment, it's the ECG implementation.
Yeah,
There's a lot of worry about getting the machines, getting paid to
what
do
does an
this.
ECG machine cost?
About $10,000.
That's all?
That's
No,
it.
okay.
Pediatricians have that in their back pocket.
Right.
I
So
mean,
it's easy.
yeah, easy. There's training of staff. If you're in private practice, this is not routine.
Well,
You don't do
did you
this.
not just add? Oh, I mean, how long is the procedure?
It, I mean, it doesn't take long. I mean, well, you gotta
Yep.
prep the kid, right? You gotta
But
put the things
what
on.
I'm wondering is like, did you just add 20 minutes to every teenage?
20, no, maybe 10. I'm not a doctor.
Yep.
Maybe
Right.
10, depending on the efficiency of the setup within the practice. But again, unless
Right.
you are one of the counties who implemented this early a few years ago, this is not part of
Right. No,
your
it's not part of your
standard
workflow.
operating procedure.
Right.
Yeah,
No, it's
you're not
to
you're not doing
me,
this.
obviously the payment means everything. The payment
You
fixes
gotta
or
be
breaks
paid
everything.
for what you do.
Yeah. But the workflow impact is the thing that just grinds everybody.
The workflow impact, the training of staff is not just the physician who's involved, the education of the patients, the families
And what
before
is
they
it that
come in.
is it a pass fail? I don't.
No. So here's the challenge with it is you get a reading out,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You watch the
Yep.
Doctor TV
Yeah.
shows and you have the little machine with the
Yep.
the
Yep.
lines. It's that, right? That
Yep.
comes out and then you have to interpret that
Yep.
to is there an underlying condition? Is there something you
Mm.
need to be referred to a cardiologist for? But if you're a general practice pediatrician, that's not your everyday. You're not a cardiologist. So now
Right.
you have this extra liability of reading these or the responsibility of referring out to a cardiologist. And there's a workforce shortage, which means there aren't enough cardiologists, pediatric cardiologists, to read these results, which means
Yeah.
there may be a delay in students getting their
No matter what,
okay to
even
play.
with the best intentions.
Assuming
Is
it's
it
a family that can pay
right?
to get the test because the tests are not free.
Is this something that AI is going to do?
There's talk. It doesn't exist. Yeah, there's talk, but of course, then you're talking the challenge. I mean, you see the news, right? AI just
I
makes up
should, yeah,
resources and case studies and
I
lawyers
should
reporting
rephrase that though
things.
because I don't want to call that AI. Are they just going to have a computer
A
be able to?
machine.
Yes,
So
I just don't know
I
anything
think
about
there's
this.
programming now that can do the initial like
Right,
this is bad, this
right,
is
right.
normal. But the challenge is the test is to clear someone to play in sports. We're talking like football and
Yep.
soccer and all of that. And you don't want to be the pediatrician who gives that clearance based on a machine or a computer
Right now,
telling you.
it's
And then the kid has
an
an
incident.
incident on the field and God forbid dies.
Hmm.
And and of course then the family has but the doctor
Right.
said there was no heart issue because a machine said, AI said, or
Uh,
yeah.
what? Uh, well,
Hence
I
the referral to the cardiologist,
I will be
of whom
talking
there are
to
not
my Florida
enough.
clients about all this. This is all right. So that's what's keeping you up. What are you looking forward to? What's fun? What's exciting?
Oh,
What's nice?
you know what's really exciting? So last year at this conference, we had 525
Hmm.
people here. This year, we are 3 shy of 600,
Wow. So 597. Let's say, I'm do my math. It's a 15% increase.
which is not bad. COVID obviously killed a lot of
Yep.
in-person things,
Yep.
and there was a slow return to the steady growth we had
Yep.
seen. But yeah, almost 600 is pretty dang good,
Yep.
and it's interactive.
Hmm.
Like, a lot of these, even with good attendance, you have people sitting in lectures, and it's that's
Yep.
fine, you can get stuff from that, but the interactive part of this and the involvement of the attendees in the actual activities this year has
Well, you had
been
more. You
great.
had more vendors this year.
We did have more vendors this
Yeah,
year
I mean,
as
I
well.
could because I've been coming here for a long time. I was like, oh, you had to rearrange slightly. You had to.
Yes.
Uh,
We played room Tetris.
oh, yeah, we know that. Yeah, I know that for the users conference stuff that we do. Yeah, and uh, I guess I should. I've never articulated this, so I don't know exactly what I don't know exactly how to describe it. But you can tell a lot about a conference based on the vendors who
Mm.
attend. I mean, in the good old days, if I went to the AAP NCE and then I went to PriMed with their pediatric show, which was a competitor to the NCE meeting, all right,
Oh, never knew about it.
yep, and it was big, and the vendors there were very different. It was
In
a
what
lot.
way?
I was like, I'd say 50, 75% crossover, but then
Mm.
there were very, very different vendors there. And you have vendors here, like some of the vendors you have here, I've known for decades.
There are some vendors here, PCC
Mm.
included,
Yeah,
that have been coming from the beginning. This is their 12th year exhibiting, including like PCC,
yeah,
who stuck with us in 2020. We went fully virtual. We
right.
did a fully virtual
Oh, I
booth.
forgot about that. We did
Mhm.
that whole thing.
Mhm.
You got well.
We had the dance party on
Well,
Zoom.
one of the reasons I like working with your chapter is because you get things done and you're willing to try stuff.
We
A,
love
l-
trying stuff.
a lot of people, when the going gets tough, sort of retreat and
Mhm.
just want to, in my, my view, it's the figurative version of they want to go sit on the couch and watch TV because and hope everything goes away. But you guys try stuff,
We
and so
Yeah,
and
which is why we have a giant raccoon as a mascot
that's right.
that is now being sold
Mm.
on T-shirts and hats,
I,
and
I
he
have
comes to
I
events,
have my
and
I have my mascot shirt.
you have your mascot,
Mm.
and we've received our official paper copy of our copyright for our
Oh,
first children's book
oh,
featuring Flynn, also available for sale on our
oh,
website
all
and
right.
in the bookstore.
And in the
You can have a I will sign it for you, kid.
all right, who wrote it?
Yours truly.
Really?
And illustrated by the one and only John Horn.
Really?
Really?
Okay, that was a scoop for me. That was my first scoop.
Exclusive. Did you
What?
not see the book at NCE? There was a huge rack in the middle
I
of the
did not
shop
see the book at
AAP
NC.
store.
No.
Book was there. The Flynn stuffies were there. The Flynn keychains were there. The hats and the shirts were there. It has
Wow.
my name right at the bottom.
And a Florida raccoon. There's no animal tougher than a Florida raccoon.
Look, a raccoon will throw down.
That's-
You try to get a raccoon's babies, it will throw
that's-
down.
that's-
And if that doesn't scream pediatrician, I don't know what does.
right. I know a couple of pediatricians who shall remain nameless, whose dream it is to own a pet raccoon. And I
They
do
could have their very own
Mm,
Flynn.
I do occasionally, but with some regularity, get Instagrams of people,
hmm
capturing the raccoon.
Fun story. The last time we moved, the guy who came to install our security system at our home, so in Florida, you can have a license to have different types of
Yeah.
wild animals. He has a raccoon because he saw the box with the Flynn shirts and he asked what it was.
Oh, and then he went
And then proceeded to tell me about his Florida wildlife license and his pet raccoon.
amazing. Is a raccoon good for anything as a pet? I mean,
I
besides
mean, it seems
entertainment,
entertaining.
right? But they can't guard. I mean, he's a cat, and is cat
I mean,
good
they
for
have
anything? No.
hands, so they can
Yep.
walk and like you could
Yep.
train it to go pick up hey,
Yeah.
get me a beer.
Bring me a beer. Exactly. All right. Well, thank you, Alicia, and thank you
welcome.
for inviting me every year so far.
So far.
I haven't blown up anything up
Haven't
yet.
ruined it yet.
No. But to everyone listening, um, the Florida chapter is, especially if you have a family. I hate trying to I'm not trying to pigeonhole it to be like a family event, but we're sitting here watching one of the attendee physicians walking out dressed entirely as Snow White.
The president of the Florida Medical Association, former president of FCAP,
There you go.
just presented and did it in full costume.
Right. And
as only a pediatrician could.
that's the joy of this job. And I used to come here when my kids were younger. We came every year, and in terms of if you're a pediatrician and you need your CME or you want to go see this good stuff, this is the best way to get a Disney vacation out of it for
And
your
not
family.
have your family mad that you're gone another weekend doing
Exactly.
CME. Because they're busy at the pool, on the boardwalk,
They won't even
at
miss
the
you.
parks. They won't even realize that you have left the
Right.
room.
I will tell you, having done it, what you do is you do your work, and then you say, I meet you at lunch at Magic Kingdom, and everyone wins.
And our attendees get discounts to the theme parks. So
Yep.
you can come to all-day sessions, get your 4 p.m. Deep discounted entry.
Yep.
And now your family's happy because
Right.
you're playing with them. Your boss paid for you to
Right.
be here.
So it's a tax deduction. It's
And
a
you're
business expense.
And you're saving money.
Right.
It's efficient.
Yes.
It's efficient.
I-
And if
I-
pediatricians are nothing, they are
Right.
efficient.
I would not be coming to the same place for 11 out of the last 12 years if I didn't think it were worth it.
If
So
you weren't having fun.
if you're not having fun and you're in the pediatric space, you're doing something wrong.
Then you should have been for our conference this year because that's what today's all about.
All right.
Living into your passion.
Perfect. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Talk
thank
to
you.
you soon. Bye.
Thank you for listening. More information can be found in our show notes. Production and editing by Chip Hart, Ali Squires, and Chris Forleo. Music by Challenger C. I'm Mark Herney.